If you're into games that feel more like an interactive story, What Remains of Edith Finch is one you absolutely need to experience. This game is a walking simulator, but it's not the kind that drags. Instead, it's an emotional journey through the stories of a cursed family. You play as Edith Finch, the last surviving member of the Finch family, and explore your ancestral home, which is filled with strange, sometimes eerie secrets. As you roam the house, each room tells the story of a different family member, and each story is told in a unique, creative way. One might be a first-person shooter-style tale, while another could involve a whimsical, almost dreamlike experience. The beauty of the game is in its ability to blend dark themes with a sense of wonder and mystery. Every story is poignant, leaving you with a heavy heart and a lot to think about. This game provides unforgettable narrative experience that showcases how the medium can tell complex, touching stories in a deeply immersive way. It's one of those games that'll stick with you long after you finish it.
Sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of. My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
The Pathless is one of those games that'll make you want to stop and take in the scenery. It's a gorgeous open-world adventure where you play as a hunter with a mystical eagle companion, tasked with clearing a curse from a sprawling island. What sets this game apart is its fluid movement and the freedom it offers. The world feels vast and alive, but it's the way you move through it that makes it so special. You'll be gliding through the air using your bow to hit targets at high speed and solving environmental puzzles to uncover the secrets of the island. The connection between you and your eagle is key to both combat and exploration, and there's something incredibly satisfying about soaring through the sky, seamlessly transitioning between running and gliding. The game's atmosphere is calming, but there's also a sense of urgency as you battle massive enemies and unlock new abilities. It's a balance of tranquility and tension that makes the Pathless so engaging. The stunning visuals paired with an incredible soundtrack make this one an absolute gem. If you're looking for a game that lets you get lost in its world while still offering plenty of challenges, this is it. If you're craving a fast-paced, adrenaline-pumping game that'll test your reflexes to the max, Furi should be right at the top of your list. This action-packed title is all about high-stakes boss battles, and it does not hold back. You play as a mysterious warrior who's been locked away in a prison, and your only goal is to fight your way out by defeating a series of intense, uniquely designed bosses. The combat is a mix of precision shooting and fast swordplay, and you'll need to master both to stand a chance. Each boss battle feels like a dance of sorts. Dodge, attack, parry. If you get the timing wrong, you'll be punished hard. The difficulty is definitely up there, but the sense of achievement after beating each boss is incredibly rewarding. The game's neon-infused visuals are paired with a thumping electronic soundtrack that matches the intensity of the action. If you love fast combat and a challenge that'll keep you on your toes, Furi is an absolute must-play.
Nice. You have more strength than you think. Stay with me through this.
Imagine a game that blends the charm of classic Zelda-style adventures with the mystery of an ancient world. That's exactly what Tunic delivers. You play as a small, fox-like character on a journey through a beautifully crafted, top-down world filled with secrets, puzzles, and fierce enemies. The game doesn't hold your hand, which makes the experience all the more satisfying as you uncover its mysteries. What's really cool about Tunic is how it handles exploration. The game world is full of hidden paths, cryptic clues, and items that leave you guessing. The catch? You don't get a lot of guidance, and you'll need to piece together the lore and mechanics through trial and error. It's a rewarding feeling when you finally crack a puzzle or figure out how to tackle a boss. The art style is simple but gorgeous, with vibrant environments that pop and creatures that are both adorable and intimidating. Plus, the soundtrack is perfectly atmospheric, enhancing the feeling of discovery. Nier. is one of those rare games that manages to blend deep philosophical questions with stunning action and heart-pounding combat. The combat in Nier is a perfect mix of fast-paced, fluid action and strategic depth. You'll be jumping between different combat styles, sword fighting, shooting, and even hacking, depending on the situation, keeping every fight feeling fresh. But it's the story that really steals the show. With multiple endings and a narrative that's filled with twists, you'll find yourself questioning everything by the time the credits roll. The game's soundtrack is a standout too, with hauntingly beautiful tracks that perfectly capture the game's emotional weight. If you're looking for a game that's as thought-provoking as it is exciting, is one you can't afford to miss. It's a great game you need to finish it at least once in your life. Oxenfree is a supernatural thriller that effortlessly blends eerie suspense with heartfelt moments. You play as Alex, a teenager who, along with her friends, visits an abandoned island to unwind. But things take a dark turn when they accidentally open a mysterious rift in time. Suddenly they're dealing with strange occurrences, ghostly apparitions, and cryptic messages from the past. What really makes Oxenfree stand out is its dialogue system. Instead of interrupting the flow of conversation, Alex's responses happen naturally as you explore the environment.
Weird little, feature.
Okay, sure.
It's
Named after the Hawaiian god of the sea, the USS Kanaloa was launched on January 15, 1941, and commissioned into service at the end of that year.
its propeller was the one thing recovered, so
Yeah.
On October 28,
I hate thinking about it.
1943,
It reminds me of those scenes in movies where the sailors have to seal somebody up to drown or else the flooding will take the whole ship, you know?
It's as if you're listening in on a real conversation, with your choices affecting how the story progresses. This immersive, free-flowing conversation style brings the characters to life and makes the story feel deeply personal. The atmosphere is tense, yet there's a certain charm to it, with vibrant, cartoonish visuals juxtaposed against the dark mystery unfolding. The story is gripping, filled with twists and turns, and will leave you pondering its themes long after you finish. If you're a fan of narrative-driven games that create a haunting, unforgettable experience, Oxenfree is a must-play.
I think the dumpster will get us over if it'll budge.
well, let's try it.
Disco Elysium is one of the most unique RPGs out there, and trust me, it's unlike anything you've ever played. You step into the shoes of a washed-up detective who's woken up with no memory of who he is, where he is, or even how he ended up in his current state. The game kicks off with a murder investigation, but don't expect a typical crime-solving narrative. Instead, Disco Elysium is a deep dive into the mind of a broken man, where your actions, choices, and inner thoughts will shape the story. The real magic of Disco Elysium lies in its dialogue and decision-making. The game has an incredibly rich narrative, with characters that feel fully realized and interact with you in complex ways. You'll be talking your way through problems, and your skills like logic, empathy, and even your level of alcoholism will affect how you approach situations. It's not just about picking the right dialogue option, it's about role-playing in a way that feels deeply immersive and personal.
It's gonna suck for you later when you have to interrogate me.
The Forgotten City is an absolute gem that takes you back to ancient Rome, but with a time-bending twist. You play as a modern-day character who mysteriously ends up in a city where the inhabitants are stuck in a repeating cycle. One wrong move and the entire city turns to stone. A fate brought on by the mysterious Golden Rule. Your task is to uncover the secret of the rule and stop the cycle before everything resets. The game's story is as gripping as it is thought-provoking. You'll explore the city, talk to its residents, and piece together clues, but it's the time loop mechanic that really sets it apart. Every time the loop resets, you get to make different choices, and those choices can drastically change the outcome. It's like a puzzle where every decision matters, and the pressure to make the right one is always on. The setting itself is beautifully crafted, capturing the essence of ancient Rome with a detailed, immersive world full of secrets and hidden paths.
I live here now because I got in trouble and they said they had to lock me up. I don't know. I don't remember things so good. I think it's just because I was looking for treasure.
Outer Wilds is a mind-bending, heart-racing adventure that's all about exploration and discovery. You play as a rookie astronaut in a solar system that's stuck in a 22-minute time loop, with each cycle ending in a supernova. The twist? You're the only one who remembers what happened before, and it's up to you to unravel the mysteries of the universe before time runs out. Again and again and again. What makes Outer Wilds so special is how it encourages curiosity. You're not handed objectives or marked paths. Instead, you're set loose in an incredibly detailed world with planets to visit, puzzles to solve, and mysteries to uncover. Each planet has its own unique environment and challenges, from strange gravity to shifting landscapes, keeping things fresh as you travel from one place to the next. The story, which slowly unravels as you explore, is equal parts wondrous and haunting. The art style is simple but beautiful, and the soundtrack perfectly captures the feeling of awe and melancholy. If you've ever wondered what it would be like to survive in the harshest, most unforgiving wilderness, The Long Dark is the game for you. You play as a crash-landed pilot trying to survive in the frozen, remote Canadian wilderness. The catch? You're completely on your own. No zombies, no mutants, just you, the cold, and the elements. Survival here isn't just about finding food and water. It's about managing your warmth, making sure you have enough supplies to last through the harsh winter, and dealing with the constant threat of the elements. The world feels vast and empty, but in a hauntingly beautiful way, with every decision you make carrying weight. The game's atmosphere is incredibly immersive, drawing you into a world where a single mistake could be your last. What sets The Long Dark apart is its brutal realism. There's no hand-holding here. You'll need to scavenge for supplies, build shelters, and use your wits to stay alive. It's a game about patience, planning, and grit.
Food or...
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content on the latest and greatest games. Don't forget to ring the bell so you never miss an update. Got a game you'd love to see in a future video? Drop your suggestions in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Stay tuned and see you next time.